So today, I want to read to you guys one of my favorite short stories, The Cask of Amontillado, which is by Edgar Allan Poe. And if everything works out, you should be able to click on the attachment file and follow along, okay? Something to remember, Edgar Allan Poe always writes in first-person point of view, but remember, he is not actually the narrator, okay? He's just the author. He just likes to make it more realistic by doing first-person point of view. All right, here we go. The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. I had to put up with 1,000 injuries of Fortunato as best I could, but when he moved to insult, I vowed revenge. You who know so well the type of soul I have should not think, however, that I spoke the threat aloud. Finally, I would have revenge. The matter was definitely settled. But my determination did not allow risk. I must not only punish, but punish as I wished and get away with it. A wrong is not righted when revenge overpowers the one looking for revenge. A wrong also not righted when the one who has done the wrong does not feel the avenger getting revenge on him. This guy is like very carefully planning out this whole thing. You must understand that neither by word nor action did I give Fortunato reason to doubt my goodwill. I continued, as I used to smile in his face, and he did not notice that my smile was now thinking of his destruction. In most things, this Fortunato was a respected, even a feared man, but he had a weakness. He thought himself an expert on wine. Few Italians have the true expert skill. Mostly, they show enthusiasm to fit the time and place to trick British and Austrian millionaires. In painting and in jewels, Fortunato, like his countrymen, was a fake. But in the matter of old wines, he was genuine. I did not differ much from him. I too was skillful in the old Italian wines myself, and bought large quantities whenever I could. It was about dusk, one night during the great madness of the carnival season, when I met my friend. He greeted me with great warmth, for he had been drinking much. The man wore an assortment of different things. He had on a tight-fitting party-striped dress, and his head was topped by a conical cap and bells. I was so happy to see him that I thought I would never stop shaking his hand. Okay, so carnival season is that time period right before Lent when everyone does, party hardy, like Mardi Gras, okay? Drinking, costumes, big thing of it. And then, of course, you love the fact that he's like, oh, I'm so happy to see you, because obviously he's about to get his revenge. I said to him, my dear Fortunato, so lucky to meet you. How remarkably well you are looking today. I've received a pipe barrel of what passes for Amontillado wine, but I have my doubts. How, said he, Amontillado? A pipe? Impossible. And in the middle of carnival? Because obviously everyone's drinking, so wine's on the shortage. I have my doubts, I replied, and I was silly enough to pay the full Amontillado price without consulting you on the matter. I couldn't find you, and I was afraid of losing a bargain. Amontillado? Well, I have my doubts, and I must satisfy them. Amontillado. As you are busy, I'm on my way to Lucchesi. If anyone can judge the wine, it is he. He will tell me, oh, Lucchesi cannot tell Amontillado from sherry. And yet fools will say that his taste matches your own. Come, let us go. Where? To your wine vaults. My friend, no. I will not impose upon your good nature. I see that you're busy with an engagement. Lucchesi, I have no engagement. Well, come on. My friend, no. It is not the engagement, but the severe cold that I see you are suffering from. The vaults are unspeakably damp. They're covered with niter. Okay, so this is fun because right now, he's actually literally giving Fortunato a way out. Okay, we still don't know our narrator's name, by the way, if you haven't realized that. But Fortunato is the guy he's after. But he's actually literally giving him a way out of this. Let us go. Nevertheless, the cold is merely nothing. Amontillado, I insist. And as for Lucchesi, he cannot tell the difference between sherry and Amontillado. Thus speaking, Fortunato took hold of my arm. Putting on a mask of black silk and drawing a cloak closely behind me, I allowed him to hurry me on to my palazzo. Which is great, because if anyone sees Fortunato with this guy, they don't know who he is because he's in costume. So he's covering his tracks very well. There were no servants at home. They had gone to participate in the celebration going on at the time. I had told them that I wouldn't return until the morning and had given them clear orders not to leave the house. These orders were enough, I knew well, to make sure they immediately disappeared, one and all, as soon as my back was turned. Kind of like when your parents go out and they're like, we won't be home till really late. Make sure you don't do anything you're not supposed to. And then you do something you're not supposed to. That's what the servants did. All right. I took from, let's see. And as soon as we're back, I took from their holds 2 torches and giving one to Fortunato, took him through several rooms to the archway that led into the vaults. I passed down a long and winding staircase, asking him to be careful as he followed. Finally, he came to the bottom of the cellar and stood together on the damp ground of the tombs of the Montresors. Okay, narrator's name. Because if it's his palazzo, meaning his house, and they're down in the crypts, the tombs of the Montresors, where all of his relatives are buried, or actually put on shelving units, catacombs. So, Montresor is his name. My friend's walk was not steady, and the bells upon his cap jingled as he walked. The pipe barrel, he said. Oh, it's farther on, I said. But take a look, the white webs which gleam from the cavern walls. He turned towards me and looked into my eyes with 2 filmy orbs that distilled the rheum of intoxication. Guy's pretty drunk. Neither, he asked at length. Neither. How long have you had that cough? My poor friend found it impossible to reply for many minutes. Oh, it's nothing, he said at last. Come, I said with decision. We will go back. Your health is precious. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy as once I was. You are a man who will be missed. For me, it doesn't matter. We will go back. You will be sick, and I cannot be responsible. Besides, there's Lucchesi. Enough, he said. The cough is a mere nothing, and it will not kill me. I shall not die of a cough. Which is really funny. No, he's not going to die of a cough. True, true, I replied. And really, I did not intend to scare you for no reason, but you should be careful as you can. A drink of this Medoc wine will help you, help protect us from the dampness. Here I knocked off the neck of a bottle, which I pulled from a long row of similar bottles that lay on the rack. Drink, I said, presenting him the wine. He raised it to his lips with a sneer. He paused and moved to me casually, with his bells jingled. I drink, he said, to the buried that lie at rest around us. Ah, and I to your long life. Interesting. He again took my arm, and we moved on. These vaults, he said, are very long. The Montresors, I replied, were a large family. I forget your family's coat of arms. It's a huge human foot of gold in a blue field, and the foot crushes a wild snake whose fangs are dug into the heel. And your family's motto? No one who attacks me goes unpunished. Seems like a little foreshadowing to me. Just saying. Good, he said. The wine sparkled in his eyes, and the bells jingled. My own imagination grew warm with the Medoc wine. We had passed through the walls of piled bones, with casks and containers all mingled, into the deepest parts of the vaults. I paused again, and this time I was bold enough to grab Fortunato by an arm above the elbow. The nitre, I said. See, it increases. It hangs like moss upon the vaults. We are below the river's bed. The drops of moisture trickle among the bones. Come, we will go back before it is too late. Your cough. It's nothing, he said. Let us go on. But first, another drink of the Medoc. I broke and served him a bottle of de Grave wine. He emptied it at a breath. His eyes flashed with a fierce light. He laughed and threw the bottle upwards with a gesture I did not understand. Okay, so just getting him a little bit more drunk. And the fact that they are deep down underneath, okay, where no one can hear you.